Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Alchemist Awakening. And on this episode, we're going to continue building, guys. We kind of been doing that on the last few episodes, actually, just the last episode, to be honest. But let's see if we can get this one back there. No, we don't want to do two of them. We don't want to do that. Yeah, our house was griefed a little bit, so I'm trying to repair. And because I had to put my little thing down that protects our house in a different area, there's a lot more stairs here. It's a lot wider than it was before, so it comes out from the wall a lot more. I don't know if I like the look of it as much, but you don't really. I mean, we don't really have a choice. We got to kind of make do with what we got here. And so if the first floor is a little bit bigger than we would like, we'll go ahead and fix that on the next floor. We'll make them back to the size that we should have it, and this one will just kind of be. I don't know what will make this bottom floor, but we'll have to think about it for a little while. I don't want to do that. There we go. Dang it. Why do we always get rid of that? Come on, put it back in. Can we put it back in? There we go. All right. Let's see. Get that brick in there. Now, our guys are still over there at the base doing their mining. So when we finally do get back there, there should be tons and tons of stuff waiting for us. Now, you don't necessarily have to do the bricks the way I'm doing them. You can do, wooden floor, wooden, tiles or whatever, so you can get that different look in there. I kind of like the stone. I'm trying to keep it more like a castle build, but every floor is going to have its own unique look to it. I think is the way we're going to try to go about it. However, it may not be entirely possible for every floor because that's a lot of floors, guys, and I don't know if there's that many looks to really be had in this game just yet. Of course, they are adding new stuff to the game all the time, so maybe there will be. Let's put this here and then see if we can get a corner piece. There we go. And we really don't want a corner piece on that one. We just want a regular set of stairs. There we go. I think that's good. Might actually do a corner piece going all the way down on every single one of these to kind of give it a unique look. But for now, that should be good. And the same thing on this one. We could give it a corner piece on this one. Let me see what that looks like. Can I do a corner piece? There we go. So I could kind of like that, actually. No. Or you could just do that. So we do one right there, and we'll do another one right here. Where are you at right there? Corner piece. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if I want to do it on every single one all the way up, but definitely on the bottom looks good. And then this one comes down, and I don't know if this is going to line up directly with the other one anymore because it's a little bit bigger. So this one may be a little bit too big for it. Let me get rid of this. Put this one there. So this one's only 3 wide, which is the way I kind of wanted it. I didn't want to be too much to it. Yeah, see, it's going to go all the way to that set of stairs right there. It's going to look a little weird, but we'll try it. We'll see how it looks and how it operates. Maybe absolutely fine. Nope, that definitely not what we're looking for on that one. Got it again. It's very difficult lately to get rid of just one block all of a sudden. I don't know why. Come on, put it in there. How about you? Right there. Okay. So yeah, we were griefed a little while ago because of one of the patches that came out. Kind of got rid of the protection area, which is kind of unique. It's actually, you know what? We might just get rid of that floor and have these like merge into themselves and kind of just come out into this way a little bit and then come down. Might be a technique of using that somehow. I don't know. We'll have to look at that though at a later date. This floor, I didn't fix that floor. That's right. So I fixed all the other floors except for this one. This one had the most damage to it. It looks like it's been really kind of owned here for some reason. I'm not sure why they chose this floor out of all of them to kind of do the most damage to it, but hey, it doesn't really take that long to fix, to be honest. So I am happy to kind of get back in here and get this back up to the way it should be. Come on, there we go. Can we get it in there? A little bit more. There we go. I am going to be stuck in here, though. Can I get everything? Yep, I can get everything, and that pushed me out. Okay, so that's nice and locked up. Really, the only side left is Cypher's side, and he hasn't been on in a while either. This is one of the first times that either him or me have logged on to kind of see what's been going on since all that mess kind of has happened. Because we were giving them a little while. We gave them a couple weeks, actually, and it still wasn't fixed. I guess it was a lot of you know, coding or something like that they had to go through to figure out how to fix that. And so we were like, okay, well, they were taking their time on that one, and not in a bad way. Like we said, this is still a game in development, and you know, most of this will probably be erased at some point when the final version comes out. So we did realize that, you know, a lot of the work we were doing, or all the work that we were doing, wasn't going to be there forever. But you know, we didn't really want to spend too much time doing these big, buildings just to see like a day later. You know, like we were fine with them wiping it eventually, but for like a day later, it was just like, I don't know about that. You know, it takes a while to build this stuff, and we can spend hours here off camera trying to get this right, and then, you know, log back on and it's gone. So yeah, that's kind of why we take a break on that one. But let's see, can I build this back up? I can, but do I want to? No, we want windows there. So let's get this all the way down there in that one piece. Yep, and get it all the way across as much as we possibly can. Yep, that should be good. We'll close this in, and we're gonna get some more glass sometime soon. I mean, we're gonna have to go off and get that desert region mined again. You know, to be honest, I actually mined that desert region for probably about 8 hours one day just to get enough sand to be able to build all of the glass windows that I wanted. And I had a nice reserve. I had actually a decent amount of sand still, you know, to be used whenever I needed to. So if I wanted bigger windows and things of that sort, I definitely could do that. Now it's all gone. You know, like I said, when we had all that inventory, it got rid of it for us. Like, it just disappeared on us. So that was definitely a thing right there. We want one more right here and one more on this side to keep up with that same design. And that one's actually pretty good. And the window is somewhat mostly intact, so not a whole lot to repair on that one. Let's see, can we fly up to the next level? All right, so the window, somewhat intact. Not everything is intact. Let's see, can I get up here? I need to be able to fit that one in somehow. So let's see if I can come out here. And, nope, that's not going to work. All right, how am I going to get up there? I could always destroy the glass myself and then put it in that way, but I was trying not to do that. Let's see, can I do it from over here on this side? Maybe. No? Oh, man. That's going to be difficult. Come on, let me do it. Oh, nope, it's just not going to happen. I'll probably have to destroy the glass to get in there and get that in there the right way. What about over here? Now, you do need to watch out for getting in the water. I haven't seen them since I've been back, but there was definitely sharks in that water that would get you guys. So, come on, let me get in there. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to take these glass pieces out and go in there and put things down the old-fashioned way. All right, so we got a few glass pieces. If you look at them, I think it was, what is it, fire and sand to make glass. Yeah, there we go. So we can come in here and we could do, oh, we could colored glass. Nice. Okay, well, we don't want any of that, actually. So let's click off of that. How did we get the other one? Was it... Yeah, there it is. This is the glass. And colored in this one as well. We're going to stick with the old-fashioned type for now. Like I said, each one of these rooms is going to have a different look to it. So we'll definitely go with some colored glass on one of the other ones. But you'd be surprised at just how quickly you go through these resources. So you need a lot of sand, guys. Lots of it. Let's put this in there. Maybe not enough for this one. Don't think we're going to have enough to finish it off. What am I, 24? Yeah, maybe this row and this one right here. Maybe fill in like the pieces that are missing so it looks a little bit more unbroken. But beyond that, not going to be able to do it all. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the bottom piece. So might as well do this. 5 pieces left, so that's going to be where it ends right there. I am completely out of glass, which means I'm completely out of sand. Sand is the Achilles heel, guys. Sand is not easy to get. So let's warp back to spawn. We'll see about getting some more resources from these guys. I think we need more stone than anything else. Where are you at? Why can't I trade with you? You're my guy. There we go. Let's go ahead and do trade. Go ahead and take all of that. Tell you to go back to mining. We'll come over here and talk to these guys. These guys probably have close to 1,000 on them too, because they've been busy mining for a long time now. Let's trade with you. Only 500. That's not too bad though. Go ahead and mine, guys. What about you? How much do you have? 500? That's pretty good. And if we can get that from each one of them, that's 1,500. That's a decent amount of iron that we got for pretty much doing nothing, or metal, I should say. Let's do another mine. All right, so we got some good stuff right there. How much do we got? About 1,500, 2,300 of this type, and 1,500 of the other type. So we can fly back home. Now I'm going to go ahead and create myself a crate, a chest, and put my stuff in that. And then from then on, I should be able to have that protected if I can close it off where people can't get into it. And I can then go off and start getting me some sand. So we're going to be doing that on this episode. We're going to go off into the desert biome, and I'll show you guys just how difficult it is to actually get sand sometimes. Whereas, you know, it could be easy other times. It just depends on where you go and what's available in those areas. Why is this not... Was this not filled up? Did I not do this? All right, let's seal this up real quick. I think some of this is going to get opened up anyways once we have the windows, because I believe this is how this area was in the first place. That's why there's holes, is that there were windows here. But for now, just to, you know, kind of even it out so that it looks nice, we're going to go ahead and close it up. Let's do right there. Yep. Keep going up. That way we can get it all the way back here where we can actually work on it. And then this one will go to the side. So we'll get it done a little quicker. There we go. One more. Actually, two more. One more row right there. All right, we got that. This is where I had my crates the last time. So this is where we're going to go ahead and put them again. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Was it iron? Gold? Let's try iron, because if it doesn't work, we can always get rid of it. Let's see. Well, let me put it down. It's a tool, huh? Oh, you know what? We have too many things on our hotbar. Let me get rid of a few of these things, like that one we don't need. If you ever have it where it kind of goes back every single time you move, that's it, you know, kind of freaking out on you because you have too many resources down. Let's go ahead and put this here. We'll get rid of it later if we have to. I just want to make sure this is actually going to work. So let's go to our tool. Yep, and there's our chest. So let's go ahead and throw some of our stuff in there. We'll throw all of this. We'll throw all the wood, all the metal, electricity, frost. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put frost in there. We don't really need that on us right now. Fire we're going to go ahead and keep, and wind we're going to go ahead and keep, because that is stuff we're going to use, especially our little flamethrower. We do need to build some more of our ovens because those got destroyed. So if we want to have more fire in the future, we're going to need more ovens. And we definitely want more fire, because fire will allow us to do those flamethrower, those little balls of you know, flames that are definitely going to come in handy. Also, if you're going to be using your glass, you're going to need fire as well. Fire is going to, you know, kind of smelt that sand into glass for you. Now, I'm coming over here just because if you fly over the ocean for too long, you're going to get attacked by sharks and you're going to die. The sharks, I don't know how they see you in the air. I think that's more of a glitch than anything else. Let's destroy this while we got a chance. We don't have a lot of ice or a lot of that stuff. So it's going to take a couple of seconds for it to register. It's going to take a couple of seconds for the items to start flying off. Remember, your power has to recharge between casts, so it may take you a little while to destroy it this way. You can still destroy it the old-fashioned way, which is to sit there and use your regular magic to go ahead and harvest it. But this is a lot quicker. And you can see right here, I've already gotten 87 frost, and we haven't even picked up all the pieces we could. The base is really where a lot of that stuff is, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to pick the stuff up once you get that base gone as well, because it kind of all goes in that direction. There we go. A little bit more right there. Again, we don't really need a lot of this, but it's still kind of nice to have. And now that we got our chest working, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit, just because if we get Cypher back on here, or when we get Cypher back on here, I'm sure he'll join us again. When we get him back on here, we want him to have a few resources to do whatever he wants to do on his side. So if he wants to make an igloo on his side, he can do that now, because we got the resources. Maybe not enough for a giant-size igloo, but pretty decent amount, you know. And there's always more over here. Like, nobody comes to the ice region because, well, to be honest, there's not a whole lot of use for it. You know, you don't really do a lot of combining with the ice, where sand is something that people will have to go get. Ooh, look at this. Let's see, what do we got here? Any name on it? take fire to farm wood and fly away. Don't forget making new fire. So take fire to make wood. Well, I don't understand what he means by take fire to make wood, but I think you put wood in to make more fire. But it's kind of nice that people have set those things up in just different areas, because you can destroy those if you want to, but why would you? You know, like, they're there for anybody to use, and the resources you're going to get out of them really aren't worth very much. So unless you're just griefing people or griefing yourself, because if you put windmill farms all over the place so that when you're flying through you can grab some air and other people grabbing them while they go by, it really doesn't affect you, because every single time you come back, that wind is almost always guaranteed to be back there with you. That's how quickly that stuff kind of just regenerates. Now, the best way I've seen to farm this stuff is to go ahead and just turn on your automatic magic hand, which is, I think, just to hold the left button down for half a second or so, and it will turn on. I'm just waiting for it to kind of catch up, because it does. It needs a second once you travel a pretty decent distance to kind of click on. Come on, waiting for it. Give it a second. There's some ovens over here. Too bad I don't have any wood on me. I got rid of all that. Still can't do it. There we go. Okay, I think I was on the wrong item. I was still on life, so it thought I was trying to cast it rather than eat this stuff. But you can see you get about a half a thing of sand per click on these, and you may be thinking, oh, that's ridiculously slow, right? To get one, for each one of these things. Well, to be honest, if you fly around for like half an hour, you're gonna fly around for half an hour looking for like your big payday, and if you get lucky, you'll find like 6 of these rocks put together to kind of make an avatar out of your life. You'll be able to make one of those mining guys. But I've never seen a rock that they can mine over here that has sand on it. So you'll just be able to destroy those things rather than make one, and you'll get like 12 out of that. But it takes you like half an hour to find one of those that hasn't already been destroyed, and there wasn't a whole lot of them to begin with. So even if they haven't all been destroyed, there's just not a lot of them there. And this way, the beach is just littered with this stuff, and it really doesn't take too long. It just looks like it does. It just looks like it would be a very, very slow and painful process. And to be honest, it's a lot slower than any other resource on the map, because if you're talking about stone, there is just big monuments made out of this stone. Now, are there monuments on this island? Yes, they definitely are. There's one right behind us. If you guys were looking in that direction, you'll see it. In fact, I'll turn around real quick as I mine this so you can see it over there in the distance. But it's not made out of this, so it's kind of worthless to you. In fact, we'll fly over there in a second after we get a decent amount of this stuff, and you can check it out. They're all over the place in this area. Some of them have gems on them, which is definitely nice. Gems are not exactly the easiest thing to find, but if you go off and explore for just a little bit, you usually end up finding a decent amount of them. Then you won't have to go off as much, because there's really not a whole lot of items in the game that use a lot of it. Like, they use it, but just not a lot. So this stuff right here has no sand in it. So if I go ahead and shoot it down and then come in here and grab it, you'll see I get all this stone, but no sand. Whereas if I come over here and start grabbing this stuff again, there we go. I not only get stone, but I also get the sand. The sand is really what I'm looking for. But yeah, it's going to take a while because I need a lot of it. I really, really need a lot of glass, because I picked a location that I thought was going to be beautiful, and I want people to be able to see it when they come over to our place. And because there's 2 of us, we can make ours a little wider and put things there. If you guys want to come out and join us, you're more than welcome. If you get the game and, you find where we're at, and we're not really hiding it, that's definitely, just go back and watch the videos. You'll see exactly how to get there. I go there from spawn point, so that's pretty easy to figure out. But yeah, you're more than welcome to pull up right next to us and get a castle going and connect it to us, and we'll put a door in, or we'll knock down one of the walls or something like that and get it to be even bigger than it was before, because your side of the castle is kind of locked to yourself. You can't give permission just yet. So like, you'd have to build your side, we'd build our side, and we wouldn't be able to take anything from your side, you wouldn't be able to take anything from our side, but we'd be able to enjoy the view and kind of lock people out of it a little bit easier, because like I said, if you have a crate, people can take stuff. But now it looks like if you have a good enough crate, people can't take that. So I'm hoping the crate that I put back there is that type of crate. We'll find out here in the future when we kind of come back to it and find if there's like nothing in it. We'll know that, yeah, maybe not the best decision to leave that one unguarded. Like, if you want to leave it guarded, if you don't know how to build, or you just don't have the resources to build that nicer one, that locks, you can just, put it in your protective area, wherever that is, in your house or out there in a field, wherever you put that little device down to protect yourself. And then completely surround your crate in stone, like any type of stone. It doesn't really matter if it's stone or wood or whatever, ice. I mean, you can combine it into anything you want. Just completely cover it so that there's no way they can click on it and open it up. Because once it's covered and it's in a protective zone, they can't destroy that rock to get into it. So it will just look like a little square of stone. They'll be like, oh, there's probably something under there, but there's no way I'm ever going to find out about it. And they just fly off because there's nothing they can do. So that's one way of protecting it. Or put it in your house and just don't put a door in your house. Because the doors people can use even when you're not there. But if you seal it up where the wall's all the way around and there's no, access point, windows are perfectly fine. But anything beyond that is going to allow them to get into the game, or get into your place, I should say. They're already in the game, but they will be able to get into your place and, run amok if that's what they want to do, or take your resources, which, they definitely have done to us in the past. So you kind of have to protect yourself in a game where there is PvP in this one. Like, you can kill other players, and Cypher found that out kind of the hard way. Is he was walking around, he found one of the buildings that we thought was really cool looking, and he was just checking it out. And he was actually looking at one of the floors of that building that had been, griefed by somebody, and he was trying to figure out what tile it was so he could put it back himself and, make it where, it looked nice back to the way it was. And the guy kind of came out and he just started swinging. He was like, oh, you're probably the guy who griefed me looking at that floor piece or something like that. And he just killed him immediately. And then Cypher was like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, well, I wasn't even doing anything. And in fact, I was trying to help you. And he was like, oh, I do apologize. And people have been griefing me all day. And they're like, well, just put down those little things. And he's like, oh, I don't remember why he hadn't put it down, but he still hadn't put down one of those house protections back when they were actually working, and they are working again. So I don't know. It was just that you can kill people in this game. So if you find somebody out there mining and it looks like they have a lot of resources, maybe they've been there for a while and you've been flying overhead like a vulture, just kind of watching them go to work, and then you swoop down and do a couple of flame blast or whatever, you can take all their stuff. So that's definitely a way to stop yourself from having to mine. You just kind of kill the miners, but definitely going to get you a bad reputation, and people are going to be like, yep, we're going after this guy, that kind of thing. So you have to make that decision for yourself. Let's see, can we get all this? How much sand do we actually have? 89 at the moment. Is that enough? Well, we had 30 something a minute ago, and that only really made us half a wall. So is that enough? Probably not, but I think it's going to be enough for this episode. I think we can go back and do a little bit of glass making. So let's do that real quick. Let's click that off. We'll go back to spawn because that's closer to us than anything else. We're going to come over here and grab some stone. Come on, let me get some stuff from you. Trade. And we'll go ahead and grab the stone, send you back to work. And we'll go over here and grab these things as well. Now, we have come back to these things before and found them gone. So I don't know if they disappear on their own, or if somebody may have griefed us and just killed them off, or what was the case there. Let's go back. I don't think I got that. Yeah, I did. Or they die on their own. I'm thinking they probably die on their own eventually once they've mined enough. Wow, that guy didn't mine anything. Wonder why not. There you go. Oh, it's the same guy I was talking to earlier. All right, so I clicked on him again. See if we can get the guy in the back. Oh, there we go. 165 is more like it. Not a whole lot, but if you go off trying to find this stuff on your own, 165 is a ton of metal. It's not easy to find that stuff for the most part. I remember when we first started this game, we just flew around, I think for 2-3 hours straight, and in the process of doing that, we may have found 100 or maybe 200 of that iron. And like I said, it was several hours we were flying around to find that. And nobody else was really in the game yet. So there was a lot of places that still had iron and all this metal, readily available to us that hasn't been destroyed. Nowadays, a lot of that has been destroyed, especially if you're starting over next to spawn point and you're going off to explore. You really, when you come into this game, if you want to find new resources, pick a direction and then head 10 to 15 minutes in that direction without stopping. Don't even bother looking at anything else. Just head off in that direction. And then you'll start getting into virgin territories where everything hasn't already been mined to the max, and it's crazy. So let's see, we're gonna put some regular big glass in this one. So we need sand and we need that. So let's do this one. Let's get rid of this right here. We don't need iron there. All right, so we're gonna put this window back. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that just yet. We need to put the stone back up here because apparently we had 2 layers of stone right here. Let's go with the window. We may actually expand this window because I'm thinking it might go over more in this direction, but that's something we can do later. I just want to kind of get everything back up and running, and then we'll worry about the aesthetics of whether it's right or not. Right there. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it could be bigger. It could be big. Actually, let's do it right now. Let's do it before I forget. Let's get this in there. Maybe 2. Yeah, that should be good. And that's going to give us a little bit bigger of a view. And maybe the reason I didn't do it is because the stairway was over here before. But stairway has kind of moved a little bit, so that should be good. This one, I don't remember what we had here. Was it just regular glass? It might have just been regular glass, but let's look at this glass block. Let's try a darker version of it and see how that works out. We can only build 8 of these, huh? Oh, because we're almost out of fire. So, you know what? Before we get too far in, might as well go ahead and build some of those furnaces. How did we do that? Was it red block? How did we get red block? Was it fire? No, fire didn't make the red block. Stone. No, that wasn't it. How about sand? Red brick. There we go. That's what we want. All right, so how are we going to do this? Well, I want to go in there straight. So 3. Can we get the other ones right next to it? If it will let us. Come on, you know you want to put it in there. No, it actually doesn't want to put it in there. Let's do 3 here. Now will you put it in there? Come on, guys. What is the issue? You still won't go in. Wow, look at that. That is weird. It's like they're saying something is here, even though there's nothing there. It's actually getting rid of something. Huh, so there is something there. What was that? That is weird. I don't know what that was. Alright, let's go ahead and do the tool. Okay, so we got that one. That should be good. I think we can do another one too. Might as well, if it will let us. No, I think it's saying there's something there again as well. Yep, there's definitely something there. I think the old furnaces were there, and so that was what's kind of freaking it out. Let's do the nether tool. I think it's this one. Yep, that works. Alright, can we pick this stuff up? Kind of. I don't know what that was. Stone, I guess? Yeah, just regular stone. Alright, let's come up here and get a little bit of wood. Yeah, that's not going to work. We need to fix those stairs. Let's get all of that. I wish you can kind of put half and half. You know, you can put one in at a time, basically, is all you can do. But you can't do half and half. So let's get that one going. Now, what's the difference between the red furnace and the regular white brick furnace? Well, as far as we can tell, the red brick one goes a little faster. So, yeah, that's why we use that one. 50 in that one. We'll go ahead and do the rest in this one. And we'll get some of that fire. Okay, now we can do some glass blocks. Let's go ahead and put these here. Ooh, that's kind of a nice color, actually. I like that. I don't know if I like the squares. Like, I'd rather find it being smooth, but that's still kind of cool. I like it. Definitely adds a unique twist to it. Let's see how much you got in here already. 10? We'll take it. Now we can do 20 more, although that's going to go by really quick. In fact, we may have to go off and mine some trees before we can finish building all the glass that we actually have sand for. Yep, we are out again already. Jeez, guys. Make it faster. Faster. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Alright, finish that up. I kind of like it. Not the greatest, but it does have a unique look, so I'm going to accept that for now. Let's see, what about up here? This is just regular plain glass, so let's see. How much is that one? That was just regular. Alright, let me get rid of some of these blocks that we don't need anymore. Wow, there is a lot of glass up here, so we are not going to be able to finish this without going back downstairs to get some more of that fire. But 30 blocks should be enough for me to finish at least one wall with glass. But you can see just how fast you can go through resources, guys. It's not just one resource. It's a lot of resources you're going to be going through when you do stuff like this, because this stuff is a little bit more advanced. See, we're already out. So we got to go back down here. Where are you at? Where are you at, Furnace? 17. Oh, man, we're going to run out of wood very quickly. Ah, crap. 100 wood already. That is just nuts. That's a lot. That's a lot of mining, guys. It's really... Unless you chop down one of, like, the big home trees, you know, the wood... one of the things we're actually thinking of is those home trees, the way they look, you know, because they have a different color to them. We're thinking that maybe you can have your special dudes, your actual little minions, go out there and mine on those, and they'd be like an infinite supply of a resource, like the giant squares are of stone or minerals or whatever it is that you're getting. We don't know if that's the case. We've never tried it before. We kind of gotten to the point where we could create our own life forms towards the end, where we were already maxed out on like all the stuff that we really wanted, and it wasn't until the game kind of like broke itself that we got to the point where we're like, well, maybe we should go back there and see if we can try that and get a little bit more resources, because we're actually completely out yet. But again, because it wasn't really working, we were like, well, maybe we'll wait until it fixes itself, because if we get anything, it's just going to disappear again right away. So why won't you go down? Did we not get enough? We're out of sand? Look at that, guys. Look how fast we went through our sand. That is just nuts. It took us, what, 30, 40 minutes to get that much sand, and we're already completely out. That is, yeah, too much, too quickly. It's not right. Not right, guys. But look at that. That's really dark out there. I like it. Oh, yeah, I like that. That is cool. Not quite as dark over here on this end, though. Let's look at that. See? Has a different look to it. In fact, this one has, like, little kind of holes in it. I don't know if I like that. I like that being just completely wide open. That definitely gives you a nice, clear, you know, image of what's going on. This one, too. This one, you know, kind of blocks it a little bit, but I don't know. It gives like that wedding chapel look to it, I think, which is fairly cool. And what do we have up here? Nothing? Yeah, I think the only other glass place that we have so far that was already done is way up here. And I think we've already gone back to pretty close to what we had before we were griefed. So we're not too far off from kind of adding new things into it and just kind of experimenting with what we can do. See, look at that, guys. That is just... Yeah, we need to put another layer out here, because some of this was grief. I think this was completely done, and somebody's destroyed a little bit of it on one side, and the other side is not there anymore. But I love the ice, so I think this will probably be my place. But that's the top of the world right there, guys. You can't build any further than this platform right here. So if you come up here and you're like, oh, I'll put something down, now it won't let you. You can't go any further. Although it's putting it down somewhere, because it's actually taking it away. No, it's just taking them away. That's kind of cool. But guys, I do want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. This has been another episode of Alchemist Awakening. Now, this game is still in development, so, you know, kind of take that into account when you watch these episodes. You know, some of the stuff may seem broken, but it's just because, you know, the game has not been completely done yet. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely catch you all next time.